In today's video, I want to expand upon the work I did last week where I was adding some social proof to this single product page where I was showing people how many times that had been purchased. I'll add a link back to my previous video, my previous post, so you can get more information about that. But what if you've got a massive site with hundreds, possibly millions of orders? Running this query every time a single page is loaded is going to be a massive overhead on your site. And it's really going to slow things down. Multiply that across multiple products, running huge queries every time. It's just going to grind your site to a halt. So what can we do? WordPress has a system called Transients where you can save the results of a query, or you can save the variable status into a transient, which is then saved in the options table. Then what you can do is you can check that options table, see if the transient's set, and output that rather than run the query every time. So what I've done is I've added transients to this bit of code. I've set the transient to update every 24 hours. So obviously this then becomes out of date if there's a lot of purchases, but every 24 hours that query will be run, updated and saved in the database and output. Let's have a look at the code. So what we're doing here is we're updating our previous piece of code, which, let me talk through that. Check to see if it's a product. I'll ignore this for the moment. Does a query of all the orders, loops through the orders, and if an order includes a line item equal to the current product ID, it increases the counter and outputs the counter. Like that. But what we're doing now is we're setting a transient key. So we're going to call our transient total product purchase count and then product ID. So in this case, it's product number 19949. So we'll create a transient key, total product purchase count underscore 19949. And then we're going to set the order count equal to get a transient. If the order count is false, we then run the query. We can only run the query if that transient is not set. Let me just add some debugging. This makes a little bit more sense. So I'm outputting the transient key, I'm outputting the current order count, and then if the query is run, we'll output some debugging. Let me just change the transient and the one's already set. Save changes. And then let's load up our product. So my transient key is that. My order count is not set. So we're running the query. So in that case, it's run the query, set the transient, but if we refresh, you can see that the order count is set at 18 and it does not run the query. So that's a quick way to show you how to add transients to your system to avoid running heavy queries against your database. Multiply that by the number of products you've got on your site, and that can be a massive impact on the performance of your site. I'll include the code in the blog post that accompanies this video. If you click through, you can get a copy of it to see it yourself. If you need help developing transient solutions for your WooCommerce store, please get in touch. Go to neilmatthews.com, click on the Work With Me button, scroll down to the bottom, and there's a form you can fill in to work with me. I look forward to working with you.